Happy birthday to you. Hello everyone and welcome to Cinnamon. Today we are going to be working on an Elsa cake. I made this cake for my daughter for her 7th birthday and she absolutely loved it. Let's start by making the candy for the top of the cake. First we're going to have to calibrate our candy thermometer. Now you want it to be at 212 degrees Fahrenheit when it's reaching boiling point. Mine was about 195. You have to take note of where the temperature is at and remember to add or subtract the difference from 212 to your final temperature for what your candy needs to be at. Make sure you prep your pan with aluminum foil and butter before you start. Have your candy thermometer on standby and a little piece of aluminum foil for your spoon. We'll get our pot ready. For our ingredients, we need 2 cups of white sugar, 2/3 cup of light corn syrup, and 3/4 cup of water. Have your blue food coloring on standby. We will be adding 1 drop of that at the very end. Make sure you have the temperature up as high as it will go and stir continuously. As you watch, the liquid will begin to get bubbly, and after a while the steam will decrease so you'll actually be able to read your candy thermometer again, and you want it to reach 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Now remember, when you calibrated your thermometer, to make sure that you add or subtract the degrees necessary. Add your 1 drop or 2, if you wish, of blue food coloring right when it's getting about 5 degrees from the final temperature. And then remove the candy thermometer and the spoon and put them on your aluminum foil so that they don't stick to your counter. We want to get that candy out of that pot right away so that it doesn't get too hot. Pour your candy into your already prepared pan. If you have a few little bubbles, you can just kind of pop them and tap the pan around a little bit. It won't take very long for this to set. For quick cleanup, just put some water in your pan or your pot, and your everything that you use, just stick it in the pot. It will very easily clean up. Without using any flavorings, it kind of tastes like cotton candy. Now we're going to prepare our snowflakes. First we'll start by melting some candy melts in a little baggie. Cut the corner and then outline your snowflakes from a printable that you can find online. I'm hoping I'll be able to post one down below. I just put some parchment paper over top, and then you can trace right over. Put some little nonpareil in the middle if you like. Chill them in the fridge. And now we've got all of our snowflakes and they are ready to go onto our cake. Now we're going to make the labels that we put on the front for the age and the name of our birthday girl. I just used some scrapbooking supplies just to kind of give me a gauge as to where I want to cut things, and then I just used a knife to cut them the rest of the way because they don't go all the way through the fondant. It's best to take a metal spatula to just scrape it off, hopefully without changing the look of it too much. For the candy, once it's all set and you're ready to put it on your cake, I got a little ambitious and did it a little early because I really wanted to break up the candy. Just start breaking it from the edge. It will stick together if you're not careful, unless you spray the top of it. It likes to stick to itself. I had a little bit of problems later on. It wanted to stick to itself, and I got a nice big piece. It was too big. I ended up having to break it later. If you can get some skinny pieces, it's really, really nice for the top of the cake. And then just take your icing, and I just used blue icing, and I added some decoration with the numbers and the names on my labels. Next we will crumb coat the cake. And then we'll add our swirls around on the base layer. I just used some blue icing and swirled it on. I did not make enough blue icing, which I discovered later. It was really frustrating trying to get the top layer done because you could kind of see the cake through. I didn't have enough icing added around the edge of the cake, but it worked out anyways and everybody liked it. It tasted good. I tried using something, I've never done this before, just a scraper all the way around. I just used the table as my base to keep everything in line. Next we will set up for the top layer. Just take some straws, place them into your cake, and lift them up just a smidgen to cut them, and then press them back into your cake, and that'll keep the top layer from, well, it'll help keep the top layer in place. And then we'll add some more icing just to put the cake together. Add our little decorations. And then we get to put on all our snowflakes. Put a little bit of icing on the base of your characters as you put them on the top of the cake to keep them in place. And then just take your broken pieces of candy and stick them all around the top in however you'd like to place them. Be sure to really push them in. I had 1 or 2 pieces fall down on me because I didn't push them in far enough. At the very end, I just added a couple of the extra snowflakes onto the candy for a nice little added touch. If you like this video, please click like, and if you wish to see more videos of various Disney Princess cupcakes that I have done in the past, you can click on any of the links on the side. If you like my videos, you can subscribe as well to my channel. Thank you very much.